So today we are going to learn how to find, save, and cite an image for our research unit. I know I'm creating this screencast using a computer. It's just easier to do that. The information is going to be exactly the same whether you're using your iPad or you're using a desktop computer. So you're going to need access to three things. You need to make sure that you have the Inconvenient Truth database list, which you can find in Schoology. You need to have your Google Drive connected to Schoology, and you need to be in EasyBib, and please make sure that you've signed in. So again, how do you sign in? You need to log in, and you are going to sign in with Google, and it should ask you for your ASIO app stuff. If it doesn't, it might just take you to where you need to be. So here's my EasyBib page, and I'm going to use my bibliography on this topic. So here's my first and last name, and here's my topic. I'm going to click on bibliography so that my project is open. And you'll see I don't have any citations, but I know this is the right one because it's open right here. It says my first and last name and my topic. So now I'm going to go into my Inconvenient Truth database list, and I'm going to pick the first database. For our image work, you may use Gale Research in Context or Student Resources in Context. You'll be able to find an image without any problem. You cannot take an image from anywhere else, so it's really important that you pay attention to what we're doing. So I'm going to go into my Gale Research in Context database. I'm going to open up that link, and you've seen how this works on the iPad, sorry. And so I'm going to type in my topic, which is human trafficking, and you can see it just shows up for you. Human trafficking is another way of looking at modern day slavery. So I'm going to hit enter so I can do my search. Over here on the right, you'll see this sidebar that says everything. And you'll see I've got 20 images to choose from. So I'm going to click on images. And I'm going to look through the pictures that are here, and I'm going to see what is something that might better represent my topic over other ones. Right here, there's a picture that's called human trafficking in India. And if I click on this image, I can look at it and I can see that here are some people. And if I read my the information, women in Mumbai, India's red light district shield their faces to hide their identities when they see a camera. And so this is where I know I've got a good picture, and I'm going to use this image. So I'm going to do two things with this image, and I'm going to be using the tool sidebar on the screen. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click or tap download. I'm going to get this dialog box that gives me my format options: save to Google Drive, save to OneDrive, or HTML. We're going to make sure that the radio button for save to Google Drive is picked, and we're going to click download. Now we'll get this dialog box that says documents have been sent to Google Drive and will appear shortly, and they actually do. So as soon as you get this dialog box, you're groovy. You can click OK. And now we're going to go to our citation tools, just like we've done with our other work that we've been citing. We're going to change MLA 8th edition to MLA 7th. We are going to export to, we're going to select EasyBib, and we are going to export. And you'll see that it's going to open up a new tab, or when you're in your, when you're in your doc, it will just populate because I have tabs available. That's why it's changing. But you'll notice I've got, here's my name and my topic, and like magic, my picture has been cited. So it's super easy to do that work and get a picture that's accurate and usable, and you don't have to worry about it. So if I go back to the database list and I look at student resources in context, which is the other database that you can use, I am going to do the topic of hunger for this one, just to show you it's a little bit different with the student resources and context than it is in the original first one. So when I hit enter or the search bar, I still have an everything sidebar over here. And so I notice I have 146 images. So if I click on 146 images, I have all sorts of pictures here, and as I'm looking through, there's a whole lot of stuff on Hunger Games. I'm really not interested in Hunger Games with hunger. However, if I'm looking right at the top, I've got hunger in Pennsylvania, increasing child hunger, lacking nutrition. Any of these pictures would be perfect for the project. I also have down here to limit my search by, and I could go just with hunger, and if I just click hunger, it takes all of those Hunger Game things out, and you can see that these are the pictures that I have left. So I'm going to use this image right here about increasing child hunger. And so I click on the picture and I have my citation tools right over here. So I'm going to do the same thing again. I've decided I'm going to use this picture. I'm going to download it. I need to save it to my Google Drive, and I click download. It's going to be doing its thinking, and now I have my dialog box that says it's been to Google Drive and it will appear shortly. And so I click OK, and then I'm going to go up to my citation tools. I'm changing this to MLA7. I'm selecting EasyBib, and I am exporting, and now I'm going to keep getting tabs across the top. If this were opening up in Safari, that's what would happen, but you'll notice I'm still in the same bibliography, and now I have my two images are cited. So as you're doing this work, it's pretty straightforward and simple if you follow the directions. There are a couple of things that are also a little bit visually different with student resources and context and some of the topics. So if I do solar energy, you'll notice that the page looks just a little bit different, and my sidebar becomes this on this page sidebar. And I can click again on images, and it brings me down to, so it's just like this long scrolling. So I have this breadcrumb menu here, this jump link that will take me from images right down here. So I click on images and it looks the same as the others did. I'm looking through my pictures. Oh, this looks interesting. Ugandan teens use solar powered computer. And so I like this image. I know I want to use it, and I'm going to download it. And I'm going to save it to Google Drive. I'm going to hit download. And the reason, while we're waiting, the reason that we're downloading these pictures and saving it to Google Drive is because you'll need to print them out. This way it's a Google Doc and you can just print that page. So I click OK. I do my citation tools, MLA7, EasyBib, export. And now I'm going to get yet another EasyBib tab across the top. Oh, it didn't give me a new tab, but there's my image, okay? So I have those there. Now, if I go to my Google Drive tab, you'll see I have my recent folder is selected. Here's my human trafficking in India document, and this is going to open up as a Google Doc. So now what I can do is I can print this picture so that I have it for my poster. Or increasing child hunger, here's my picture so that I can print it for my poster. And I don't have to worry about copyright. It's attributed the way it is supposed to be. So as we're doing this work, we're making sure that we are following all of the rules so that we are not plagiarizing. Again, you have to take your images from either Gale Research or Student Resources and Context and follow these steps. Let me know if you have any questions.